All right, let's get right into it. We all talk about how powerful AI is, right? But what happens when that power goes completely off the rails? Today, we're going to talk about the one thing, this critical, often invisible layer that actually makes enterprise AI work. We're talking about the ontology layer. So picture this. You've just built this amazing AI platform. You are in the demo of your life with a company that builds software for government welfare programs. It's going great. And then the founder asks this one seemingly simple question. And that one question, it shatters your entire system. And look, this system was a beast. I mean, they had shipped 80, that's 80 complex user stories. It had all the bells and whistles you could ever want. We're talking ironclad security, automatic PII masking, crazy fast queries. A technical masterpiece. On paper, it was absolutely perfect. But that question, it revealed a failure so catastrophic, it could have changed lives for the worse. The AI gave an answer that was technically correct, but completely, utterly wrong in the real world. It would have flagged hundreds of families incorrectly, possibly cutting them off from services they desperately needed. See, they built a perfect pipe between the AI and the data, but they completely forgot to teach the AI what any of that data actually meant. And this gets us right to the heart of the problem, what we call the AI's meaning gap. This is the #1 reason why so many jaw-dropping AI demos fall apart the second they hit the real world. And this isn't a problem you can just fix with better prompts. It's way deeper than that. It's a knowledge problem. This slide right here just lays it all out. A person asks a really simple question, right? Show our struggling customers. But the database? It just sees a bunch of disconnected columns like last activity or order status. The business, on the other hand, has this very specific, complex logic for what struggling really means. And the AI is stuck right in the middle, totally clueless about how to connect the two. And this is where it gets really dangerous. The AI was asked to find high-risk cases. So it did the simplest, most logical thing it could think of. It just wrote this query to select everything where the risk level was high. It's clean, it's efficient, and as we're about to see, it's dangerously, catastrophically wrong. Now this is what the correct query was supposed to look like. Just look at that thing. It's joining multiple tables, it's checking dates, it's excluding cases that are in transfer. It's a whole different universe of complexity. The difference between these two queries isn't just a simple bug. It's the difference between helping a family in need and potentially causing them real harm. So how in the world do you fix this? Well, after that demo disaster, the team figured out what every major enterprise system, from Palantir on down, already knew. You don't need a better AI, you need a better translator. You need a semantic layer. You need an ontology. So what the heck is an ontology, really? The best way to think about it is like a Rosetta Stone for your business. It's this special layer that lives between the AI and all your messy data. And its one and only job is to explicitly define your business concepts. It translates a human idea like at risk into the precise multi-step logic your business actually uses every single day. And when you put one in place, the results are, well, they're not subtle. Without an ontology, you're lucky to get maybe 70% accuracy. You're constantly fighting weird AI mistakes. But the moment you add that ontology layer, boom, you jump to 95% accuracy, or even higher, often on the very first try. So this is what that flow actually looks like. The user asks a normal question in plain English. Now, instead of just guessing, the AI's first move is to ask the ontology layer, hey, what does urgent actually mean? The ontology hands back the exact recipe, the precise business logic. And only then does the AI write that perfect complex query. It's what we call one-shot accuracy. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, but you're probably wondering, how do you actually build one of these things? Well, it turns out a really solid ontology isn't just one giant thing. It's actually a blueprint made of 3 separate but connected layers. And those 3 layers are the schema ontology, the business logic ontology, and the relationship ontology. Each one tackles a different part of that meaning gap. And when you put them all together, you create this incredibly powerful way for the AI to truly understand your world. So layer 1 is the foundation. This is the schema ontology. Think of this as your data cleanup crew. It takes all the messy, confusing tables and columns in your database and maps them to clean, simple concepts that a human can actually understand, like customer. Just doing this one thing gets rid of something like 80% of the basic mistakes AIs make. It's huge. Now, layer 2. This is the real game changer. This is the business logic ontology. This is where you encode your company's secret sauce, all that tribal knowledge that lives in people's heads. Take this urgent case concept. It's not just a definition. It has super specific conditions, and, this is so important, it has exclusions. This is how the AI learns to think like your absolute best employee. And finally, we have layer 3, which is where the real intelligence kicks in, the relationship ontology. This layer's job is to map out how everything is connected. A client has a case. That case requires an intervention, and that intervention is assigned to a caseworker. This is what lets the AI connect all the dots and answer those really complex questions that cross multiple domains. So, when you step back and look at all of this, what's the big takeaway? It's that building great enterprise AI isn't about chasing more features or slightly better models. It's about building AI that genuinely understands the meaning and the context of our business and our world. And getting there taught some really tough lessons. First, that trust is way more important than functionality. Enterprises want security and audit trails before they want cool new features. Second, once your data gets big enough, an ontology isn't nice to have, it's absolutely essential. And finally, you have to remember the 5-minute rule. If a developer can't get some kind of win in the first 5 minutes, they're just not going to use your tool. It's as simple as that. Which really brings us to the final and most important question of all. We know AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but it's only ever going to be as smart as the context and the meaning that we humans give it. Raw data is never enough. The technology is here. So the real question we have to ask ourselves is, who's going to build the meaning?